All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Still going. Now he lost the football. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set, 8, lead. 2 left, tap. Under crush. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Foxtrot. Yep. 5, I'm coming after you. Hustle.
Off play action. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now left side on the swing pass. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 5.
Go.
Mike 5. Mike, go.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 22-yard line. You're out.
Tighten up.
A beautiful fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Let's go. 60 or. Hey, Charlie.
Just like that. Mike 5. Exit. Mike 5. Watch the slant.
Fires the mic.
Hey, man.
Go.
Watch the boot.
Fires the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Bravo.
Hey, check Mike 33. Here we go.
Mike, check 33.
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, wahoo.
Check Mike 33.
I got it. Mike, check 33.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Let's get off the field. Hey, Hey, check my 30.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Open man is Westbrook, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They're going to look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
1st down, Colts.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara trying to right side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Big grip.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Finding Knox there, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions, 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
General West.
Watch the ship. 2nd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Eric Armstead in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
61, match box, now.
On 2nd down, it's Buchanan. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. This short throw caught by Goddard. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Watch twins.
They'll run on first down. Buchanan, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Anthony Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. Mike's 59. Mike's 50. Let's go.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he... taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Greystone travel. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Out, out, out. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Boy, they had it at the 1. The full start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Check 31. Check 31. Check.
Pilot,
64. Weak.
Check 50. Check 50.
Mike 5. Gone.
Danny.
Check. Fan.
Check. Lucky.
Now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
And the Colts first down.
60 or. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Eric Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Protein spill. It's our time. Deuce.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Check. Fresno.
To throw on third down, Lawrence. They'll throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back to throw. Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Showing up. Check nickel.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. And Is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 2nd and long. Fighting through pressure. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desk, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking long for Westbrook. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts to it.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he knocks it through. That makes it a 5-point ball game. It's 15-10 now. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. It's a second down run with Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
They're running it. High five,
Now.
Throwing again. Lawrence. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it'll bring up 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning.